All right, so anytime that a question is about geometry and has like a story, honestly, you're probably not going to need to think too hard about it. You really just need to follow the instructions. Sometimes we can use some strategies, but in this case, I think it's just do what you're told. Now, what we're told is that we have a right rectangular prism, and so you might not remember what that even means or how those numbers, those dimensions kind of get combined to get us a volume. But luckily, we have a reference chart at the beginning of every math section, and it tells us a bunch of formulas. So here's what I mean about follow instructions. Go to this chart. Don't get this wrong because you forgot that volume of a prism is length times width times height. It literally gives it to you in both of the math sections. No excuse. You got to go back and flip and then write the formula. So, okay, length times width times height. Volume equals length times width times height. So we're given dimensions, and I don't know which one is the length, which one is the width, which one is the height, but who cares, right? It's 3 dimensions. I've got 3 things, so let's just pop them in. So that's going to be 30 times 40 times 50. Okay, so let's just get the volume. Notice I'm not even looking at the other piece of the question yet. I just know that volume is going to matter because it's what they kind of set me up for here. So the volume is, let's make sure we copy this down right, 60,000 cubic centimeters. Now they also tell us that the block has a density of 2.8 grams per cubic centimeter. What is the mass of the block in grams? And density is mass per unit volume, which again, we can just follow instructions. We don't need to know the formula for density. They're literally giving it to us. Density equals mass over volume. Mass per unit volume, that's code for division, right? So okay, what do we have? Well, we have the volume and we have the density. So 2.8 is the density. The mass is what we're looking for, and 60,000 is the volume. So how do we deal with this situation? Well, we would just multiply both sides by 60,000 to cancel it out here to get us the mass by itself. And yeah, this calculator section, might as well use it. Careful with those zeros though, right? Because look at those answer choices. 1 0 off and we're going to get it wrong. So it is 168,000, 168,000, and yeah, that's our answer. So the calculator did most of the actual math for us. The rest was just plugging things into formulas in the correct places. But notice, use the choices to guide you as well. Notice, if we had lost a 0, if we had entered it wrong in our calculator, we would have gotten it wrong. We would have picked C, right? So even the wrong answers that we didn't even consider, they're still off by a 0. So let the choices set you up and inform you about the thing to be careful about, right? So if you're going to make a mistake, it's going to be misentering the zeros. So what should you do? Just be super careful when you enter the zeros because it makes all the difference. So that's why I wrote down 60,000 on my page. I didn't just keep it in my calculator. I inserted an extra step. Yes, it slowed me down a little bit, but it may have saved me those points because I have a double check that I'm using the right number. So it's all about that, all about good process, good habits, making yourself as careful as possible so you don't lose points for dumb reasons. All the information you needed for this question was just given to you on the test. Just follow the instructions and you're home.